Hi you, King here.
FireBenders, are they the best type of benders? Well, let's get into it. With firebending, you don't need to draw it from anything else. The fire literally comes from within you. You'll be able to ignite the energy inside you to create a massive blaze of flames. And once you've mastered the energy flow, you'll be able to even redirect lightning and shoot it. You can even become a combustion bender, and if you're good enough, become a blue firebender like Azula. Lightning generation and redirection. Generating lightning was the first, as it is an advanced subskill within firebending that allows the user to produce electricity by separating the positive and negative energies internally, before directing it up through the arm and out the fingertips. This technique is extremely precise and deadly and is referred to by some as the cold-blooded fire. While redirecting lightning was the second subskill of firebenders that was developed later by Uncle Iroh, that allows firebenders to absorb electricity into their body as energy and channel it in a more desirable direction. Iroh developed this technique by studying master waterbenders who redirect an opponent's energy rather than oppose it head-on. Lightning redirection works well for both natural and bender-generated lightning, and for electricity conducted through metal. Combustion bending. Combustion bending is a form of telekinetic firebending. It consists of the ability to channel chi through the forehead, often marked by an intricate third eye tattoo. It's superheating the surrounding air and producing a beam of explosive energy capable of immense damage in both short range and long range. Unlike conventional firebending, which produces a flame from the body, this technique instead creates a powerful beam that explodes upon contact with a solid surface. Combustion bending can instantaneously evaporate large bodies of water, shatter massive rock formations, and counter fire attacks. It is also possible for a combustion bender to curve their beams for more dynamic, advantageous shots. Despite its great destructive power, the weakness of combustion bending are equally apparent. It requires a clear and uninterrupted chi flow and a properly calibrated focus in order to be effective, as the ability will catastrophically malfunction if the chi flow is even slightly disrupted. A glancing blow, like from a pebble, will cause the charged attack to detonate the air around the user.
I would like you to take a brief moment to please hit that like button, as it helps with the YouTube algorithm and what you can expect for Avatar 2026.
Lightbenders will be a subset of firebenders. It'll be a new subset of bending that firebenders will unlock in this new cyberpunky era. As we know, firebenders are the only benders capable of producing their own elements to bend. They do this by manipulating the energy within themselves and then letting it out. They also do this when they separate the positive and negative electrons within their bodies and then have them smashing back together to generate lightning. And they also do this when they channel all their chi into their forehead to superheat the surrounding air and release a beam of explosive energy at their enemies for combustion bending. All of this to say, firebenders aren't new to the idea of manipulating energy through their firebending. So I figure they have the potential to light bend, since light is made out of photons and plasma that they can control through their firebending. And with gaining newfound control over this element, they can unlock a whole roster of abilities that can prove great in battle as well as in a lot of other different ways. One of which, to match this new cyberpunky era, could be making holograms, as through manipulating light they can create 3D images out of light to fool the eye. And things such as LED hologram fans in the real world are capable of doing such things, so imagine what a light bender could do in the Avatar world. They could create a giant image of a robot or an image of one of the past avatars like Korra to strike the fear of God into their enemies. And depending on how good they are at light bending, make it appear as if they have an entire army of chi blockers or benders ready to strike at their beck and call. Which are all good for illusionary tricks and manipulating your foes, but they'll also have combative abilities for the light bending as well, such as laser beams that they can shoot out of their fingertips that incinerates through anything it comes in contact with, or generate photonic light orbs around themselves that can either become as bright as the sun, blinding any enemies around them, or have the light orbs float around themselves, acting as a defense against any enemy trying to come in close for hand-to-hand combat.
They could also simply have their bodies generate the light to make it extremely hard for chi blockers to come in and try to block their bending. Basically, through this new subset of bending, Firebenders will be able to gain a whole plethora of light-based attacks and abilities. But in this new Avatar 2025 series, I imagine it won't be a whole group of Firebenders that gain this new subset of bending power. For you see, I believe this new light bending power will only be held by a certain few of Firebenders. A family that would have unlocked this new ability after Korra's era, and would have kept it hush-hush, only letting those within the family know the secrets of light bending. As for how this would affect the story, I believe this family would have created a company surrounding hologram technology that they would have created through their newfound ability to light bend, using the hologram technology for both entertainment and visual art purposes, and creating a family fortune from it. Only people part of this family will know how to light bend, and I believe one of these light benders will go and join the Avatar to aid them on their quest to save the world from whatever is ailing it.
If you enjoyed this video and would want more, then please like, share, subscribe, and follow for more.